Welcome to the Cashnin Eld Light Dreams.
Have you ever stopped to think about how much trust is worth? How much it costs to lose everything you built over years because of a single wrong decision? Betrayal doesn't start suddenly. It is born in silences, in lingering glances, in conversations that seem harmless until they become an abyss. And when we realize it, we're already falling with no way back. This is not just a story of love and disappointment, but of loss, pain, and a punishment that goes far beyond what the eyes can see. Because the price of betrayal is not only separation, not only loneliness. It is carrying a weight that corrodes the soul night after night. Get ready. What you are about to hear is not just a tale of infidelity, but a descent into the darkest side of human decisions. I never thought one wrong choice could cost so much. I never imagined a simple mistake could strip me of everything I had. But today, looking back, I realize I paid the price of betrayal. Have you ever trusted someone so much that you forgot to trust yourself? Did you believe your life would never change until the day destiny, cruel and relentless, decided to turn all the pieces of the board upside down? I had been married for 7 years, mother of a 5-year-old boy. Life seemed ordinary, almost banal. Waking up early, making breakfast, taking my son to school, working, coming back home, and repeating the routine the next day. To anyone on the outside, I was just another woman living her life. But behind that daily routine was something no one saw: loneliness. My husband was always distant, cold, lost in work trips. The little time he spent at home was consumed by exhaustion and silence. There was no conversation anymore, no affection, just two strangers sharing the same roof. And me, I was left alone, too alone. One ordinary afternoon, I came back from the bakery with fresh bread still warm in the bag. The aroma filled the street, mixed with the distant sound of children playing. The sun hit the old windows of the neighborhood, reflecting a golden glow. Everything looked the same, but it wasn't. That was the moment destiny decided to play with me. He appeared, a new neighbor, with that kind manner that breaks down any defenses. An easy smile, soft words. He offered to carry my groceries, nothing more. But that simple gesture opened a door that should never have been touched. I remember it as if it were today. When he put the bags on the kitchen table, he dropped a small piece of paper. Handwritten, rushed letters. "You deserve to be happy." It burned in my hands. The messages started shortly after. At first, polite, casual. "Good morning. How are you? I liked seeing you yesterday." Later, they became more intimate, full of secrets no one should know. I kept telling myself it was just friendship, just conversation. But deep down, I knew it wasn't. How many times do we lie to ourselves just to avoid facing the truth? And then, the first time happened. A rainy afternoon when I agreed to meet him at a cheap hotel hidden behind the bus terminal. There was no luxury, only damp walls, heavy curtains, and silence. Silence and sin. It was quick, confusing, full of fear. But inside I knew there was no going back. I should have stopped there. I should have confessed, asked for forgiveness, started over. But the illusion is addictive. And I returned. I returned so many times I lost count, until the day everything collapsed. My mother-in-law, that woman who always distrusted me, who watched me in silence. She saw me walk into that hotel. She saw me commit the mistake I hid from everyone. "I saw you," she said, looking at me like someone pointing a gun. Her eyes were knives, piercing deep, destroying any excuse. There was no argument, no chance, just a silent judgment. When my husband came back from his trip, he didn't ask me anything. He didn't need to. He took his suitcases, took my son, and left. From one night to the next, I was left without a family, without a home, without anything. I started working as a housemaid, washing clothes and cleaning strangers' houses to survive. My hands, once delicate, cracked from so much soap. But what hurt the most were not the wounds on my skin. It was the emptiness in my son's bed, the scent of his pillow that still lingered in my room. And in that emptiness he returned, the neighbor, the man I had lost everything for. He appeared at my door weeks later, holding in his hands a memory, my son's toy car. He smiled as if nothing had happened, but inside that gesture was poison. That night I dreamed of him. He was standing in the corner of my room, watching me in silence. His eyes were shadows, his lips moved without sound, but inside my mind I heard clearly, "You will pay forever." I woke up in panic, sweating, shaking, but the feeling didn't go away. The following days were torture. The mirror no longer showed who I was. My face looked aged, as if years had passed in only a few days. Dark circles, wrinkles that had never existed. I tried to convince myself it was only the weight of guilt. But then the voices began. Sometimes in the middle of the night, I heard my name whispered right by my ear. Other times I heard low laughter coming from the hallway, and when I opened the door, there was no one there. I started losing track of time. No one visited me. No one answered me. I was alone, with guilt. Until one night I felt cold hands on my neck, hands squeezing, merciless. I screamed, tried to break free, but there was no one there. When air returned to my lungs, I heard that voice again. This is the price of betrayal. Today, I write this story with tears in my eyes. I don't know how much time I have left. I don't know if what haunts me is only the weight of conscience or something much darker. But if you ever think of betraying, remember me. Because the price of betrayal is not only losing someone, it is losing yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to the Deadlight Dreams channel.